Drew Vlogs with another great video on how to do stuff. So here we go with my famous roasted salsa. I go ahead and do it this way. This is the way that I was taught by one of my little tias that I had in California, where I grew up in SoCal, in LA particularly. Would get a little bit of corn oil or any type of vegetable oil or whatever type of oil you got that has like a little bit of a smoke point. You throw it down, you get that comal nice and hot. I'm using like a flat comal, as you can see, but up here where I'm living, they don't have gas, so we're using electric, and I don't like that, but whatever. Anyways, as you can see, we're going ahead and we're roasting our tomatoes, our jalapeno. I already cut it just to make it a little bit more easier when I go ahead and put it in the blender. I'm not putting it through the molcajete, that's too much work, and I don't want to have to clean it after. But I am roasting these pretty good, as you can tell. And what I'm gonna do next is put them through the blender with some salt, some chicken bouillon, and we're gonna do a little bit of a taste test for you guys. But what we're looking for here is to get it nice and char, you know. It smells so good up in here. I have tomato, onion, jalapeno, garlic. Aquí tengo cebolla, tomate, jalapeño y ajo. Y después este proceso me voy a ponerlo en la licuadora y me voy a liquidar y mezclar todo en una salsa. Y esta salsa no sé cómo se llama, pero estoy no tengo falta la otra chile de árbol. Creo que tengo mi camioneta aquí, pero está vieja, no sé qué quiero usarlas. Chile árbol. Sí, tengo aquí. So, entonces vamos a usar this one. We're gonna use a diferente chile, but that's all right. We're gonna go ahead and do this process first, and we're gonna roast it on the comal. So right now, estamos cocinando las salsas arriba sobre el comal. Yeah. As you can see, tengo jalapeño, cebolla, tomate, ajo, tengo todo. As you guys can see, I have tomatoes, garlic, jalapeño, and cebolla and onion. Basically roasting it all together. I do have some of these dried chiles, so I am gonna go ahead and let those soak up in the salsa también when I go ahead and put it in the licuadora, just to mix it up. But yeah, we are making salsa. Go ahead and like and subscribe, everybody, if you like what I'm doing over here. We have food channel, we have music channel, we have live entertainment channel. We're gonna go ahead and do a bunch of different stuff. A lot of different things are gonna be posted, watch. All right, as you can tell, we're not working with fire, we're working with electric, so that kind of sucks. But as you can tell, we're gonna go ahead and try and record it like this so you guys can see. There you guys go, you guys can see the salsa comiendo. You can do whatever you want. So now the bottoms are getting kind of burnt, which is good. That's what you want. You want to have a good char. I can smell it. So all we're gonna do now is flip it over a little bit for each part to get the proper way. Yup, just like that. That's how we do it up in here. We are getting these things cooked down pretty well. There we go. I'm gonna put the cebolla on the side over here. And then I'm just gonna move these around a little bit just because I already know they're kind of like, as you can tell, you see they're kind of browned up, charred up. And you can smell those jalapenos, they smell so good. But yeah, this is my little trick to doing the comal in the house. Remember, guys, like and subscribe my little videos. You guys are about to see me put it in the licuadora, and I'm gonna make the salsa. Yum. Yum, 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 yum. There we go. That's what's up. Who subscribed? Thank you so much. Alright, so it's getting close to being done. I'm going to go put up a little bit higher just because I want it to get browned a little bit more. As you can tell, we're trying this out with a little bit different. I'm not using heat from like fire. I'm using heat from actual electric, and it sucks. I hate working with electric, but you got to do what you got to do. Hey, everybody that's up on here, go ahead and like and subscribe. We're making salsa roja right now, rostizado, and we're just going to get into it, guys. Do Slovakian food. Okay, Slovakian food. You guys gotta tell me what I gotta make to make Slovakian food. What is that? Eggplant, peppers, tomato, shashliki. I know a little bit of Russian. I know a little bit of Ukrainian. Oh, haluski, like kind of like pelmeni, almost. That's cool. Haluski. Haluski. I think I remember hearing like different versions of that, and I haven't had it before. But I think they call it holubtsi in Ukrainian. We'll see. I will try Slovakian food. Yeah, I'll try to make it. All right, this is definitely cooking faster now. This is more roasting it, getting down to what we need. Very cool. All right. We're getting there. We're getting somewhere. Oh, this is old. This is bad. We can't use this. Too bad. I can use that other sauce though. All right. Let me go ahead and prop you guys back up here on my little setup so you can see what's going on. So the salsa ingredients are just about ready to be put in the blender so that we can mix it all up. This is how I do mine. You don't have to do it this way. As you can see, I'm missing one of the chiles, one of the different types of chilies you're supposed to use. I have one here, but honestly, they're really old, and I just checked it, and they're not good. Even if you wanted to hydrate it, I would say I wouldn't recommend using this one. As you can tell, this one has a little bit of like old marks on it, and what I mean by that is that it's probably mold. Anyways, now we're gonna go ahead and turn this off, let it sit, because it just popped me in the arm. Don't you love that? When you get burnt with seeds. And we're gonna go ahead and put this in the liquidator. Bam! Take out your Ninja. If you don't have a Ninja, then use your osterizer. I'm pretty sure a lot of old school people have that still. So we're gonna take the cebolla, boom, tomato, boom, everything, all those ingredients that you had, everything goes in there. Everything goes in there. Roasted garlic looks really nice. Okay, all of the ingredients are getting put in this blender. We are not leaving anything out. Here we go, another tomato. I used like 3 or 4 tomatoes on this recipe only because I know I'm gonna have like a lot of water. You know what I mean? Like a lot of juice in the salsa. And I like that. I like cantina style. Like if you guys have ever been to California and you go to any Mexican restaurant, like sit down style, they usually give you chips and salsa when you eat there. And yeah, that's what we do. That's how we do hospitality. Let me wash this. So now that all of that is sitting inside nice and even, I'm gonna go ahead and add up some salt, chicken bouillon, pepper, all the goodies. So first, I'm gonna go ahead and do just a little bit of salt, only because I can do a little bit more salt later, but I can't take it back, right? So I'm gonna do the first part on the top salted. Just a little bit, because it's actually going to be kind of strong if you put too much with the chicken bouillon. So now we're going to add the chicken bouillon, which looks like this. And this is, of course, Nor caldo de pollo, or chicken bouillon flavor. And actually, I hate that a lot of people say this word wrong. So if you're educated enough to know this, you know that it's bouillon because it's a French word, and it's actually their French word version for their soup, okay? Like caldo, like whatever. But bouillon is the flavoring, the sabor. So make sure you say it right. It's not bouillon or bouillon or bouillon. It's bouillon. Bouillon. Chicken bouillon. bouillon de poulet. Okay, that's how we say it in French. Now we're gonna add a little bit with just a spoon, una cuchara. I'm gonna do less than a full spoon, to be honest with you. And I'm gonna put it in like this. You see? All right, now that we're in, we can actually add a little bit of water. And I forgot to put a little bit of pepper too. I wanna put some pepper up in here, just a little bit. I already put my salt, I already put my chicken bouillon. Okay, it's good. If I wanna add more later, I can go back to it. Now I'm gonna walk it over to my blending, my little station. Look at my little espresso machine. You guys like that? Okay, I'm actually gonna get me some water first too. I actually took it right up to the water machine, the water tower, and I just try and put a little bit of water in there like that. You see? A little bit of water goes a long way, and it's fresh, clean water. So, I don't know about fresh, but it's as fresh as it's gonna get, right? Okay, so now we got our water in there. Let's go ahead and pop the top on. Okay, now that we've got this here, we're gonna go ahead and pop it right up here. And we are on. We're just gonna go ahead and pulse it 1, 2, 3, and check it. 1, 2, 3, and check it. So I can still see the onion in there is not fully done. That looks more like pico de gallo. We want more of a salsa, like to be blended. So we're gonna give it more of a pulse, like maybe 3 more times. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. It's getting to that consistency where we like. It's looking pretty good. Now all we have to do is go ahead and do it 2 more times, I think, and then we're gonna taste test it. 1, 2. Okay, now we're gonna try. I can already tell we're gonna need some cilantro. Okay, let's go ahead and taste test it. Oh wow. Yeah, that's some good salsa right there. Honestly, it's not spicy enough. I can go ahead and add the rest of the other parte de la, what do you call it, the jalapeno? But let's do it. Let's add these little pieces because we want it to be a little bit more spicier, okay? As you can tell, I kept this part out because at the end you can add it in. And this is what makes the jalapeno and the salsa a little bit more spicier, guys. So if you put these pieces in here with a little bit of seeds, you're gonna get a lot more spice out of the salsa. Okay, now I'm actually gonna go back here and I'm gonna add the cilantro because that's one of the things that I didn't leave in there. So let's go get that one. So now we can go ahead and grab cilantro. This one is parsley and this one is cilantro. So I have 2 different ones in here. And how do I know? Because I can tell. That's how I know, guys. You gotta go shopping all the time. This is the cilantro. It's the one that goes dead fast. And it's probably the one that's not gonna be too fresh in here when I pull it out. Actually, look at that. Looking pretty good for 1-week-old cilantro from the store. So, you know, it happens, guys. You not always have time to cook, do everything the time you buy it because things happen, right? So I'm just gonna take this piece here and throw it in there and hope for the best. Okay, obviously I've done this before. It's nothing new, but we are getting a little bit, what is the word I'm saying, excited. I want to eat some of this salsa so bad, but it's gonna be good. I already put a lot of cilantro in this one. I'm gonna put a little bit more, and then I'm gonna add some water because we actually need to put more water for that salsa to be really good. Okay, now we're just gonna put this one. I always just lay it back because the truth is I take this and I go for my garden and I put it outside. So once I'm done with this little salsa project, we're gonna go ahead and put it back to the garden. Okay, now I need to put the top on. Oops. I'm spilling everything over here, making a mess. Go ahead and let's put this back on. Forgot it. All right, push. And now we are ready. So pulsing. 1, 2, And that looks kind of good actually. And I think it's pretty much done. Okay, we're done with that one. And now that it's finished, I just go open the lid and I'm gonna put it right in here, this bowl. It tasted great when I pulled it out, the first part. So now I have this, I'm gonna leave it with the lid closed. And it's ready to enjoy. Salsa. Muy fácil en la casa. Hecho de mano. I did everything pretty much by hand. What we're gonna do now is try to preserve it in some type of jar, porque we don't want it to get nasty, right? If you don't want to eat it right now. Let me see. I think this one is gonna be good. Okay, let's go ahead and use this one. Yeah, this was pretty much the one that we want to use. What is this? All of these are missing something. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. We're almost finished. We're gonna go ahead and put the salsa in the jar now. We're gonna go preserve it. So watch this. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Okay, so obviously I made more over there, but I put it in this dish because everybody's gonna be eating out of it later. This one is just gonna be here for whatever. I can use it for whatever I want. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Like this video, comment, say whatever you're feeling. Where are you guys from? Let me do shout outs. Like, I wanna know where people are coming from in the comments. Okay, let's go ahead and put this on the top like this. Okay, now I have a little salsa ready for whatever. And it really wasn't that hard. It honestly took me like under 15 minutes para hacer. Like, I cooked it in under like 15 minutes. So now that I have the salsa ready, that's it. We're gonna use them. So thanks, guys. Love it. Like and subscribe. Bye.